In this video, I'm going to be trying out Japan Airlines in Premium Economy. Japan Airlines, also known as JAL or simply JAL, is rated as the best economy class in the world. So is it really worth upgrading to Premium Economy? This video is a summary of two transpacific flights between San Francisco and Tokyo and the JAL 787. And it all begins right here at SFO. SFO needs no introduction really, being one of the biggest airports in the USA. The terminals here are arranged in a ring pattern with the international flights operating out of outermost concourses A and G. JAL and other major oneworld carriers operate from concourse A. There are two JAL flights departing at the same time from here, including the JL1 flagship service to Tokyo-Narita. I happen to be on the other flight to Tokyo's Narita airport. As a Premium Economy customer, we can access the business class check-in lines here. With that done and out of the way, it's time to go through immigration. Well, no. Here's my today I learned moment. That US doesn't have any exit immigration. So I decided to use my extra time here to check out the airport's famous aviation museum. The SFO Museum was the first of its kind in an international airport and contains several exhibits. It's so quiet here. I'm not sure if many people know about this museum or probably are not so interested, but there's so many nice things to see here. Definitely worth stopping by.
Even got a neat little postcard. This one's very interesting. It's actually the first flight between America and Australia. And the flight was flown on the Southern Cross, which is shown here on the other part of the museum.
There were also several detailed exhibits on the rich history of the supersonic jet, the Concorde. But my favorite has to be this section showing the evolution of the passenger seats over the years.
Imagine sitting in one of those. This is from the 1920s.
Next, it was time to check out the lounge for the day.
Most airlines don't give lounge access to their premium economy passengers, but JAL is an exception. Japan Airlines recently closed their Sakura lounge here at San Francisco Airport, so travelers are instead asked to go to the British Airways lounge here.
With several oneworld flights departing at the same time, the lounge was a super busy space. Thankfully, there was one spot available for me next to the window. These were some of the food options of the day. The highlight of the lounge seemed to be the signature cocktail section. As the lounge was too crowded for me, I decided to head to my gate, where the 787-9 Dreamliner was waiting for me. Boarding commenced shortly after, with Premium Economy passengers in Group 3 after business and status members. I don't understand why some gate agents keep the bigger portion of the boarding passes. Today's flight is on a 3-year-old 787-9, which comes in a 3-class configuration of Business, Premium Economy, and Economy. In Premium Economy, there are 35 seats, which are arranged in a 2-3-2 layout. For this part of the trip, excuse me as I alternate between this flight and my flight from Tokyo to show the cabin in full detail. The seats are in a 41-inch pitch and 19-inch wide. They are mounted to a fixed shell and recline by sliding forward. This design has something to do with the polite nature of the Japanese culture, as it makes sure they don't recline into another person's space. Naturally, the bulkhead has more legroom, but the other rows also include a footrest. There's a little instruction booklet in the seat pocket showing the features of the seat. The seats came with some well-padded headrests and the reading light was quite unique. Down below were some useful AC power sockets, and to the side we had the headphone jack and the TV remote. This is also where you would find the adjustments for the seat, which were quite basic. We were provided with additional items such as slippers, noise-cancelling headphones and an amenity kit. Overall, I would say that the seat is quite spacious, but I'm not so convinced about the forward recline position. Anyway, it's time to push back out of SFO and head on our way to Tokyo. Takeoff this afternoon provided some great views out of the window as we flew west of San Francisco City on a surprisingly fogless day. Not long after takeoff, an EVA Air 777 flew right past us, leaving this trail behind. It's time to check out the menu ahead of the lunch service. 2 meal services are offered on this flight, and there is actually not much difference to the economy class service, apart from a few drinks and maybe the instant noodles. For drinks, I went again for the JAL Skytime drink, which is super refreshing and a must try if you're flying Japan Airlines. For the mains, there were 2 options provided. I went for the chicken and rice option, served with several items including some miso soup. For reference, this was the pasta meal served on the flight from Tokyo. The meals were actually very light, but tasted pretty good, and it was all served with metal cutlery. Soon after the meal service, the cabin was fully dim despite being a day flight. I tried to have a play with the entertainment system, but soon gave up as it was too hard to use and didn't have too many options. The flight came with in-flight Wi-Fi, which although paid wasn't super expensive. It also helped that the 24-hour option can be carried over to the next flight. In between the meal service, several snack options were also provided. The highlight was the Sky Udon, which is exclusive to Premium Economy. The service throughout this period was good, with multiple runs for water, juice and tea. The toilets in Premium Economy were in fact shared with those in economy class, but to my surprise featured a lot of space. And of course it came with the Japanese bidet. Prior to landing, we were served a light meal. This was a chewing bowl, which to be honest wasn't that great, so I skipped this on my return flight and instead opted for just the yogurt and the fruits. Shortly after this, the flight was on its descent and we arrived in Tokyo ahead of time. In summary, I have mixed feelings about JAL's Premium Economy product. Of course, it offers wider seats, which comes with greater legroom. The ticket comes with lounge access and other perks on the ground. However, I found the in-flight meals and the seat comfort in recline to be average, at least on my 2 flights. So I definitely wouldn't go out of my way to fly JAL Premium Economy, especially when the economy product is so good. That review of JAL's economy class is also available on our channel right here.
Your crew would like to thank for flying with Japan Airlines, American Airlines, and Alaska Airlines, members of the Onboard Alliance.
Japan Airlines is part of the One World Alliance, and so this flight could be booked using Qantas points. That redemption would set you back 70,000 Qantas points. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you found it useful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more such travel content.